What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Big Flounder here. The largest fighting game tournament in the entire world, EVO, is finally coming up, and there have been some questions that have been arisen from the entry numbers in this event. We finally got our registration number count for the EVO, registries, how many people are going to be in these events for each game, and let's just say things aren't looking too good for Mortal Kombat 1. I'm not going to spend too much time in the intro. Let's just go ahead and get into it and talk about the EVO numbers for Mortal Kombat 1 and the state of this game. So as you can see right here, we have the EVO registration leaderboard for 2024. And in that, we are seeing some pretty ridiculous stuff. So Street Fighter 6, usually number 1 is number 1, as per usual. Tekken 8 is performing very well. But then you notice number 3 isn't Mortal Kombat 1. And then neither is number 4, number 5, number 6. It's number 7. Number 7 on the registration leaderboard for the largest fighting game tournament in the entire world is where Mortal Kombat 1 is seated, with 645 players that signed up, compared to Street Fighter's 5,265. I'm not going to play stupid here. I've been a part of this scene for a while. I've seen the EVO numbers for previous NRS titles. They're usually not top 1 ever. NetherRealm Studios games never do the absolute best in these EVO tournaments because that it's banned in Japan and other countries, and at the end of the day, Mortal Kombat's more of an online fighting game, so the numbers are usually low. This is too low. This is too low. This is we're literally below a fighting game I have never heard of in my entire life. And if any of you are under Night in Birth 2 Sis Celeste players, I apologize if I've just insulted your favorite game. I have literally never heard of this game in my entire life, and we have 785 players for it. Even King of Fighters, which in the fighting game community is infamous for having almost no players, is half of Mortal Kombat 1. What the hell? This becomes even more depressing when you start to compare this to the previous years of the Mortal Kombat games, their first years in EVO, because they were not this bad. And shout out to Molly Amber Bree. I couldn't really find any other ways to give us the EVO numbers, so I found this on Twitter. Shout out. These are the EVO numbers for the years previously. MKX 2015, 1,162. That was when that was first year MKX. The first year of Mortal Kombat games always do better. So this being this low on year 1 of Mortal Kombat 1 is horrifying. Because as you'll notice, as these games go on, it drops by half every single year. It is pretty bad actually in terms of how many players are signing up after the first year. So if we're going to take the little amount of players that we have this year, 645, divide that by half, holy shit, we're gonna have we're gonna have less players than King of Fighters on this game. This is quite literally the lowest NetherRealm Studios game to ever be entered into EVO. This is literally the lowest ever for the first year. And that is crazy. It's especially crazy considering Street Fighter's having one of its best years ever. Tekken's having one of its best years ever in terms of EVO participants. Why is it Mortal Kombat? I personally feel like you can only take the excuse of, oh, the game isn't that fun competitively, or oh, that the game, people don't like to travel for it, or oh, they don't pay you enough that far. Because truth be told, this is crazy. This is supposed to be a top 3 fighting game, and it is absolutely at the bottom of the list when it comes to player count. And I hear what people are saying. I've seen it all. A lot of people like to say stuff like, oh, Combo Breaker is actually the biggest tournament in Mortal Kombat because it's in Chicago, that's where all the devs are, yada, yada, yada. I have a question for you all. And I have a serious, real question that I've been asking myself, and I would love to ask all of you Mortal Kombat players. How long are we going to make excuses for this team? How long are we going to make excuses for the money that we're spending? I don't know how else to put this, but if you see a baker shop, if you see a bakery in your hometown failing and no one is buying from there, are you going to blame the citizens or are you going to blame the bakery? Warner Bros. And NetherRealm Studios are 2 of the biggest companies in the entire world. They have quite a bit of money. If people aren't playing the tournament because they're not getting enough money for winning, give them more money. The fact of the matter is that this game is just quite literally in a rough spot. I am sick and tired of every single person on Mortal Kombat Twitter, on Mortal Kombat YouTube, making excuses for Mortal Kombat 1 because this game has been in the roughest spot it's ever been in. Little to no customization, very boring meta that's quite literally not shifted at all. It's not shifted at all since the start of the game. The only thing they've done is make new cameos do the same things old ones did. We get like a balance change that actually shifts the game and changes things every 3 months. I'm not even gonna count most of the balance changes because most of them did fucking nothing. You have some of the worst PvE content that Mortal Kombat or any NRS game has ever provided ever. There's literally nothing to do at all in terms of single player content. And to top that all off, we're still using old 2015 gaming formulas in 2024. How are we getting this little content in an era where I could play any other genre of video game and get 3 times the skins, 3 times the reward, a free battle pass, all these different things that I could get in the game? And in Mortal Kombat 1, I get literally nothing worth it. So for me personally, taking a look at these numbers, it does not surprise me. When I started playing Mortal Kombat 1, I said from the get-go, this game is fun, but it needs some changes or it won't be fun in a while. And guess what? It's been a while, and it hasn't gotten a single fucking change that it needed to happen. So, the game's not fun. I'm gonna say it right now. I do not have fun playing Mortal Kombat 1 right now. I'd be very surprised if a lot of people do. If you've been playing this game since it released, and if you've actually just been like paying attention to the meta and just literally playing it since release, I would be surprised to find out if you're having fun with the current meta, because it's literally been the exact same since release. The only thing that shaped things up was Chameleon, and it made things worse. It wasn't like a good change, it was a bad one. So if anyone's truthfully surprised by seeing that MK1 has the absolute least, by far, the least first year entries into EVO, if anyone's surprised, how? I'll tell you what, you should be a little bit surprised considering how well the other fighting games are doing this year. A lot of other fighting games have an insane amount of entries. But if you've played this game at all, you know, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna sound harsh, but I'm gonna be honest, this game does not deserve to be in the top 3 of games being played. This game doesn't deserve to be a big 3 game. Guilty Gear deserves it more. This is one of the biggest IPs in the entire world, and they treat it like an indie game. I feel no sympathy. It's just not a fun game. All the love, all the things that all these other Mortal Kombat games had that I loved is gone, and I realize that now. The Easter eggs, the fun shit, the toasties, the new costumes, the things that you can find, the secrets, those things are gone. They're replaced by corporate bullshit in the invasions modes. That's why this game is failing. And I'm not going to listen to any excuse of, oh, it's because of the competitive stuff. It's because they don't pay you enough money. It's because of the location. Yada, yada, yada. No, because this game has failed in every single department. Every tournament has had less numbers. Every single thing that we've expected to perform well didn't. When Homelander came out, the views on this game were not that good. I'm gonna be honest. I was taking a look. They were not that good. The only thing people give a shit about are the fatalities and the brutalities, and that's about it. Wanna know why? Because this game has nothing else to show for it. This game truthfully feels like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If any of you have played Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, you know just how soulless, lifeless, and just full of dread that game felt. The animation was wonky, it didn't feel the same. That's how Mortal Kombat feels. It doesn't feel the same because it isn't the same. It isn't made with the same love. It isn't made with the same principles. There's not even like, there's probably like 10% of the fucking secrets in this game that were in MK11, and I didn't even like MK11. But I can tell you right now, I miss what we had in that game. If it weren't for the gameplay, MK11 might be my favorite Mortal Kombat of all time in terms of customization and in terms of Easter eggs and secrets like that. But this sucks. If nothing changes, which I am done being on the positive train saying things are going to change. If nothing changes, next EVO is going to be even worse. And then after that, the next EVO is going to be even worse. Go figure. This cycle is just going to repeat and repeat and repeat as long as Warner Bros. Keeps getting money and as long as people just keep feeding all of their dollars into Mortal Kombat, because this game doesn't deserve praise. Not anymore. When it first came out, sure, the gameplay was awesome. I could see the vision, wonderful. Everything looked great. I'm not going to come here and just try to be like a negative Nancy and be an asshole. I really like Mortal Kombat. That's the reason I'm talking about it so passionately. When this game first came out, 100% deserved praise. It had great gameplay that was great, and it had a lot of potential. Now, we have stayed stagnant in that same position since release, and nothing has gotten better. The customization, which we all wanted to get better, has not gotten better. The PvE, which we wanted to get better, did not get better. It's not fun at all. They just added more bullshit to go through. Like, did you really think me jumping over electric balls and invasions with a character that I can't even choose would make me want to play that shit? I got off of invasions when I started that, and they promoted that in Combat Cast like it was gonna bring us back. With all that being said, the state of Mortal Kombat 1 is pretty rough, and it's been the exact same since the release of the game, and I guess I'm just gonna have to keep saying this until they eventually do it or give up. Please, for the love of God, add more customization, please add more PvE, and please add more love to this game. Add more secrets, more Easter eggs, more callbacks to the old games. Maybe even, bro, I wouldn't even mind a battle pass. I wouldn't even mind a battle pass. Could you imagine how many problems it would fix if we got a battle pass and 50%, maybe even 30% of the funds in that battle pass went towards the pro competition, went towards the pools, instead of doing like the Mortal Kombat X glowing metallic skins? Could you imagine if this money actually went towards the pro pools, battle pass money? Could you imagine just how many people would be getting paid and these tournaments would be so much bigger? But we're not going to do that. We would never do that. Want to know why? Because a battle pass takes work. You have to make skins for a battle pass. And we can only make 3 skins per every 5 months. All in all, Mortal Kombat 1 feels like a live service free game that is $70, and I paid $110. Not worth it. This game honestly could have been free, and it would have made more sense as a free game at this point. I cannot imagine where we are going right now, and seeing the numbers. We're literally under a fighting game in the Evo statistics that I have never heard of in my entire life. And yet I am still here asking for changes and hoping to God that something does change. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for today's Mortal Kombat 1 video. I really hope that somebody at NetherRealm Studios just does something, just makes a statement, tells us why things are the way they are, tells us what's going on, just be a little bit, just someone please be transparent with us, because I'm like depressed over here, bro. I don't want to play Mortal Kombat anymore. I don't like this game anymore. I have literally played this game every single day of my life since it dropped. Since Mortal Kombat 1 dropped, I've played it every single day. And the state that it's in is just so sorry that I don't know what to do. With that being said, y'all, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch y'all in the next video, and I will be streaming some Mortal Kombat 1 plus some other stuff tonight on my YouTube and Twitch. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and follow that. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace out, and thanks for watching.